I'd like to order a large pizza with mushrooms, anchovies, and the hottest peppers you can find.
Cell phones. When has it evolved from this little box with numbers we use for calls, all of a sudden become a little brick with screens and a whole bunch of apps that we rely heavily upon? Today we're going to look at smartphone in classrooms. We're not going to look at the history or how phones become phones, the evolution of it, but more actually how cell phones has evolved from a communication device, all of a sudden become the central hub of most of our daily lives information, smartphones. Now, looking at this video, which was taken in New York City in 1993, see how many people is holding a cell phone or displaying a cell phone. Now compare that with this video, which was taken in 2018, all of a sudden it becomes very obvious that people are holding their phones a lot. Well, kind of all thanks to this guy.
So they say, and they typically combine a phone plus some email capability, plus they say it's the internet, sort of the baby internet, into one device, and they all have these plastic little keyboards on them. And
in this case, did cell phone also infiltrated into our education systems? Can cell phone also be used like computers? Nah, I'm just kidding. However, the fear of technology getting in the way of education is nothing new.
How much is too much when it comes to the classroom? Two Rutherford County schools are taking different approaches on technology.
So, does cell phone also have the potential to become educational tools? I asked two groups of people on their opinion on cell phones being used in classrooms.
This is debatable because how are they going to use them in the classroom? If they're using it to look up information and that kind of thing, I understand. But you don't want the kid texting their friends while they're trying to learn. Like if you're a teacher and you're trying to teach something, you can apply it to the phone. You can have them look up things and make, I think, videos, whatever they want to do. I get that. But if you don't keep an eye on it, they could be texting their friends or playing around, with their games, so yeah, I could see the purpose of it, but they have to be careful. Yes, with supervision.
With supervision.
Sure. If you're a teacher, you should be roaming around that classroom anyway. And if you see them fooling around, they should have rules. Okay, you fool around, I take the phone and call your parents. And you can't do that. But it could be useful. I mean, you can look things up and do research and make videos. They can even do a presentation. That's great. Again, with supervision.
Education is difficult to administrate now. Don't give them damn phones so they can screw around. Give them an iPad, that'll be enough information.
Same sets of questions are also asked in another group, which they grew up with computer in their classroom.
If it's for learning purposes, I mean, I don't know, like we used computers when I was a kid, like the big tower computers, and we would play these educational games. So I can see how that could work, using smartphones as like a teaching tool. Use it for the educational purposes, but should kids play Angry Bird in class? No, definitely not.
I think it's the same idea with it. You need to have a structured way of permitting them in the classroom. I don't think they should be banned from classrooms. I think that there should be rules, that they should be silenced. Perhaps even maybe building desks that have space for a cell phone to be put out of sight, out of mind, or something. If that's something in the budget. Kind of doing the environmental engineering with it. So you fix the background or the place rather than the object itself. I think it's not going away.
Surprisingly, from both parties, using cell phones in classrooms are fine. Personally, I never really thought there's any problem with it. We have to adapt to it. It is the flow of technology. As long as we set a good rules on when and where we can use it, I think we'll be a-okay. As long as this doesn't happen. However, it is still a huge challenge for educators. Cell phones are extremely concealable. How are we going to know if the student is using it for the right purpose? How are we going to ensure the right content is being researched during usage? All these are the questions we have to answer, as eliminating cell phones from classroom is no longer viable.
I mean, I remember we had one of those rotisserie ones. Those rotisserie.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg.